Mr. Onoha, I'm asking if INEC is on track with its schedule for this election.
Okay, yes, we're on track. You will recall that on the 26th day of September 2023, INEC published timetable and schedule of activities for the Edo governorship election. In that schedule, we had 13 of them, and we have executed 12 seamlessly, the remaining one, and that one will be done tomorrow. On our part, we have done trainings to equip our staff, adult staff. We have done training for electoral officers. We have done training for an engagement for the people with disability, so that nobody will be left alone. We want to conduct all-inclusive election. We've had meetings with the security agencies, and they promise us that they will be professional in their duty. On our part, we have also received material from the central bank, sensitive material. Before we did that, we invited all the political parties to inspect with us. So we had a joint inspection of with the political parties and the security agents. We opened it before them, and they were happy. They were happy with us that this time around, this election will be transparent. And all we did was to invite them again when we were distributing the material to the various local governments yesterday. And we have successfully distributed all the sensitive materials to the various local governments. Today, we started distributing it to the RAC Center. And the philosophy behind the RAC Center is that they are closer to the polling unit, so that by 8:30 tomorrow, we shall start. 8:30 tomorrow, we shall start. So the distribution of sensitive material to the various RAC centers are still ongoing.
All right. Mr. Onoha, how is INEC addressing concerns about bad roads and weather conditions that can potentially affect logistics and voting time? Some of our reporters are saying it took them about 5 hours to reach some places, especially within Edo North.
I don't want to talk about roads now, but we have made contingency plan where vehicle cannot access. We will use a motorcycle to go to that place. We have also hired speedboats for the riverine areas with life jackets.
So you seem assured and confident that election materials will be deployed promptly to facilitate early voting tomorrow?
Yes, I have told you. I told you that is the philosophy behind the RAC Center and Super RAC Center. They are closer. If we succeed in distributing the materials from the local government to the various RAC centers, then it's as good to go. So the rest assured
how are you
tomorrow? Yes?
Please go ahead, Mr. Onoha.
So the rest assured that if you go there 8:30 tomorrow, you can vote. And the assurance we are giving you is that their vote we can't. Because our duty here is to implement the vision and the mandate of the Commission. That is to conduct election that is free, fair, credible, and all-inclusive election. Their vote we surely count. I can assure you.
Absolutely, Mr. Onoha. I'm just curious about how the Commission is addressing the dynamics around transportation with a hike in fuel price and challenges of fuel scarcity. We understand that the cost had to be reviewed at some point. Have all the transporters been settled now?
Yes, we hired all the vehicles required for the logistics. They are on ground, and they are being accompanied by the security men to the various rack centers.
How has INEC addressed the issue of voter apathy, given the historically low voter turnout in Edo State? It was below 30% in the last election, and 67% did not turn up in 2016.
Well, I'm not sure there will be a voter apathy because Edo people are politically active. They know their rights and they know what to do. On our part, we have been so transparent in the system, right from the continuous voters registration. INEC has been transparent, and the people of Edo State came out en masse to register for the exercise. So there is not pessimistic at all that they will not come. I'm positive that they will come because the Edo people are educated and enlightened.
Well, the TVC collection is at about 85%. We're hoping that will impact the voter turnout.
Yes.
You have talked about INEC's collaboration.
It's a serious indicator that the people of Edo State will come out in mass to vote for the people of their choice, the candidate of their choice, and the party of their choice. Our advice is that they should come out and vote, and that their vote will surely count.
Let us get down to the business of electoral process and procedures tomorrow. Will the bimodal voter accreditation system be used in all polling units? Are there alternatives to BVAS in this election? And are officials adequately trained?
There's no incident form. We shall use the BVAS tomorrow. No incident form. No alternative to that.
We've had issues with power. You get to the polling units. In previous elections, there are concerns about whether or not the device has been well charged. How are you addressing that tomorrow?
That what happened?
The power on the BVAS device.
The BVAS has been fully charged. We wouldn't have any power problem. But in the event that there is, we have BVAS to serve as backup BVAS. We are fully prepared. You should be aware that this election is off-cycle election, and INEC is one. So we have sufficient BVAS for this election.
So there are 18 local government areas in this election. There are riverine areas as well. What are INEC's plans for collation? What do you envisage? Do you think we're going to start collation on Saturday night? What is your projection in this regard?
Well, it depends when the election, on our own, the election is supposed to end at 3 o'clock. But if there are people still on the land, we will make sure those people finish their voting before we end. And after that, we can now upload the results.
What form of collaboration?
Local government.
Yes, please go ahead.
We have six riverine local governments, and we have made adequate provision. I told you when I started that we have made provision for speedboats to handle them, and the police and the naval officer, they have promised us that they will escort the material to their destination.
What form of collaboration does the Commission have with security operatives as it concerns issues with vote buying and electoral violence?
Well, the issue of vote buying should be handled by EFCC and the IPC. So INEC cannot do their work. All we can do, if we have told our staff, if they see anybody doing that vote buying, they should put it in their incident report and give it to us. But I believe that their agents are there, and their agents should not allow that to happen.
Absolutely. We're counting on that. Mr. Onua, I was just hoping that you would take some time to respond to the issues raised by some political parties about allegations surrounding your affiliation with a political party. INEC already responded in affirmation in supporting your position as resident electoral commissioner. But how are you reacting to those concerns that were raised prior to this?
What is the allegation first?
Well, it talks about the alleged your affiliation with a particular political actor that you are affiliated by blood and you had served at a time under his administration.
People should have respect for the rule of law. People should have respect for the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Yes, the Minister of Federal Capital Territory is my cousin. I don't deny it. Does it mean that because he's a minister, I am not entitled to have any political appointment? Am I not a Nigerian? So because he's the minister, I'm not qualified. What we should think, we should grow out of that area. What we should be thinking is the person qualified? Does he have the capacity to do the job? Is it experience? Does he have the courage? Does he have the character to do the job? And not because he's the minister's cousin. I think we should grow above that, and that is what is keeping this country back. They should look at the person's pedigree. I'm coming from the university community. I'm an associate professor of law. So it's not as if I'm not a politician. I'm coming from the university. So what are they saying? Just the only offense I have committed in Odo is that the minister is my cousin. I have challenged the parties. They should point out what I have done wrong, what I'm supposed to do, and I have not done it. They should let me know, and I will address on the issue. But on the issue of my affiliation with the minister, is that the offense? Because he's a minister, I'm not a Nigerian. Because a minister, even when I'm qualified, I should not be given an appointment. Is there anybody that has been appointed in this country that wrote an exam for it? Is there anybody? People should disassociate themselves from such reasoning. It is mundane. It is mundane, and that is why we are saying where we are. Nobody talks about competence. Nobody talks about character of the person. Can he do this job? Does he have the capacity to do that? Let me also remind them on the issue who should do the work. What they are saying is not correct. I was screened by the Senate, and the Senate found me worthy. None of them raised this issue. I have said in Edo since last year till now, nobody. I have had several meetings with the political parties. Nobody has ever raised this issue. How come 3 or 4 days to the election? Of course, you can know. When he refused to do their bidding, what do you think they would do?
All right. Mr. Onoha.
Not even let me tell you, nobody can tell me to do what is wrong, because my name is at stake. My name is at stake. So nobody can do that. Nobody can do that. Instead of you to tell me what to do that is wrong, I would rather resign this appointment. I am a lecturer. So this is not the beginning and the end of my life. So because somebody is my cousin, the minister is my cousin, have I ever denied it? Is it a crime that you have relatives? You would have preferred that the minister wouldn't have had any brother or sister because he's the minister. I'm so surprised that people at this age, 21st century, people are thinking as if they are in the 9th century.
I hear you clearly, Mr. Onoha. I think that it's important that the voting public...
Competence.
Yes.
Talking about competence.
Exactly the point I'm making, that it's important that the voting public, have the assurances that INEC is committed to being an unbiased umpire in this election. Yes, my assurance
is that INEC will conduct a free, fair, credible, and all-inclusive election. election they can call their own. Election that is free from pity. That is the assurance I've given the people of Edo and the people of Nigeria.
We are very much counting on that. All eyes on Edo State. They say it's the first off-cycle governorship election.
This thing cannot be done by one person. We have domestic and international observers. We have the agents of the parties at the various units. We have 4,500
Mr. Onoha,
units in there.
No, I hear you clearly,
they are just doing it,
but I'm afraid we have completely...
It begins and it's a process. And I want you
we have completely run out of time.
Yes.
And we're counting on the commitments that you have shared in this regard. They say it's the first off-cycle governorship election under this administration. We're also considering the litmus test to see how this administration will fare in that regard. Anogo Onoha is the resident electoral commissioner in Edo State. Thank you so much for talking to us. All eyes on Edo, everyone. We have our correspondents strategically located in Edo State covering this election and bringing us beat-by-beat analysis and updates on what's happening. We have our eyes in Edo, and you can count on TVC for all the updates as we count down to Saturday. I am Nifemi Oguntoye, and on behalf of everyone here, thank you for watching. Stay with us for more updates at the top of the hour.